Right, well this is one of my favourite places on the campus. When I was a student here nearly 50 years ago in the Typography and Fine Art department, which are just over there, this used to be my way into the college every day from my digs. I used to cycle over here on a woman's bicycle, a very ancient clapped out old bicycle that I painted bright yellow with a big basket with all my work stuff in it. And I used to cycle across this field to start my work. And it was really a little oasis of the countryside in the middle of this Whiteknights Park, because I have definite memories that sheep used to graze here on occasions, and every summer we had haymaking, and you get that smell of fresh hay being just mown, and so it was really just like being in the middle of the countryside. Anyway, I'm now going to take you to the site where I made my painting for the Whiteknights book. Right, well here we are at the junction of Elmhurst Road and Upper Redlands Road on the very corner of the campus, and I have been walking past these buildings for many years and always been intrigued by them, and so I decided to use this as the subject for my picture for the Whiteknights Trail book. They're Victorian in period and a typical Reading brickwork, and I just love the texture of the licheny roof. I love the brickwork and the deep red paintwork, and they just seem very atmospheric. But apparently in the past they were a dairy, and the milkman used to house his horse and cart here, and every morning he would harness up the horse and then clip-clop around the streets here delivering the milk. But you can read all about this in the book and much more besides. Right, well here we are back in Caversham, and this is my studio where I do all my work, and I'd like you to come and have a look. I'm very lucky. I have two lovely printing presses. I have an etching press and a beautiful Albion press, which I do the lino cuts and such like. And then the rest of the studio is full of paintings. And because it's been locked down, I've been doing quite a lot of work, so it's looking very crowded and very untidy. So, here's the painting that I did for the illustration for the Whiteknights Trail of those buildings that we were just looking at. And around the studio you can see a range of work. I'm afraid I'm very higgledy-piggledy. Sometimes I like doing abstract work. I do portraits. That's my little niece and her partner, and they're getting married very soon, so I did that little portrait for their wedding. And then various pictures, but again, sometimes abstract, sometimes very realistic. In fact, I love 18th century Dutch paintings, so there's one or two still lives. And recently, I've just done a little homage to distancing. So that's my image of some people outside Waitrose queuing up. And as well as that, I've been doing lots and lots of little portraits of Caversham, and I'm going to lay those out for you. So during lockdown, I've gone into Caversham every day and done some drawings and taken some photographs to document all the streets and the shops of Caversham without any people at all during this lockdown period. It's been very peculiar, but in fact I've really enjoyed it, and this is my favourite little DIY store where I've got all my supplies for decorating.